It's a My Little Pony mystery, a My Little Pony mystery, a My Little Pony mystery. We're back once again, a My Little Pony mystery, a My Little Pony mystery, a My Little Pony mystery. We're back once again. And so's he. Nothing much had changed by the 14th of January. All of the ponies were still locked up in the prison, and, well, no one else had been captured, luckily. They'd not seen the black pony again. 3 times a day, meals were posted through a little secret door in the wall, but as soon as the ponies ran there, they found that, well, the door was locked on the outside, and so they couldn't push it out of the wall. They still hadn't found a way out, though, and this was worrying the ponies quite a lot. What if there was no way out? Oh, and when I say that the Black Pony of Darkness was kind enough to give the ponies 3 meals a day, I didn't mention what they were, did I? 3 times a day, a hand would shoot through the door. Obviously, Mary Clupton, Black Pony Helper number 1's hand. And as she pushed the disgusting meals through, she would announce that it was Black Paint Delight with black paint ice cream for dessert. And even if the food looked very nice, it would be full of black paint. The door would then slam shut again. And even if the ponies had fancied eating black paint for every meal, this black paint was poisonous. Luckily, the ponies had seen this on a label that had accidentally been given to them with their first meal. It had got stuck to the bottom of the tray that the food was passed through on. Written on the label was black paint, highly poisonous. Please do not get in mouth. Whatever that was supposed to mean. But it was obviously over a paint bottle. And so the ponies did not really have anything to eat, unless it came from a few little things that the ponies had brought in with them. But all the food that the ponies had brought in with them had now run out, and the ponies were now searching desperately for a way out. Lofty was flying around at the top of the building, whereas the others were walking around, looking around them. Lofty called out, "Firefly, do you think that you could come up here and have a look at something for me, please?" Firefly took off and performed one of her double backward loops in the air. The pony went over to the corner and saw a little crack in the wall. Some of the ponies had looked through this crack at Desiree running towards them in a previous adventure. But they had found no way to widen the crack before, and Firefly now said to Lofty, "I don't think there's any way to widen the gap, Lofty." And so she performed a triple backward loop before telling Medley to go and have a look. "No, I don't think there's any way we can widen that gap," said Medley, and asked Hippity Hop for one final opinion. No way at all. I'm quite certain of that," said the little purple Pegasus, flying around looking for other cracks. There's a crack over here, but that one's even thinner than that one. And so I don't believe that we're going to get anywhere there. Oh, I don't know what we're going to do. And she flew back down to the ground. Lofty soon joined her and looked out of the door. The door was open, and the black pony was standing outside, talking to another of his helpers, Eleanor Glastonbury. Eleanor Glastonbury was talking to what the ponies thought was the black pony of darkness. And he was looking at her in a very scared way, just as the black pony of darkness had looked at Mary Cluckton a few days before. It was almost as if Eleanor was in charge of this black pony as well. You are useless. I give you a caring home, plenty of food to eat. I keep you in this lovely castle. And what do I get in return? Said Eleanor Glastonbury. You can't even find me any more My Little Ponies to customise. There are those ponies in that dungeon over there, but they are Mary Cluckton's ponies. She will come round with the black paint soon enough, I am quite certain. But what are we supposed to do in the meantime? I don't have any ponies to customise. You must go out and find some. My friend John Dunnington always says that white ponies are best for customising, but I think I prove with you that they definitely aren't. I always knew the Berry Towns were stupid. But now I realise just how daft ponies with names starting with the letter L can be. Some of the ponies in the dungeon gasped. Wasn't she the black pony of Lightning's helper? It certainly didn't seem like it. It seemed as if he was her helper. Eleanor looked up at the gasp and quickly stopped shouting at the black pony. She went round the corner, but the ponies could still hear her through the thin walls. And can you tell me, why did Mary leave that door open? She wants her ponies to know what I'm up to, so that they'll all be terrified of me and won't come near me, because she wants all of the best ponies for customising for herself. She doesn't want me to have anything at all. I hate Mary, and I hate that black pony of darkness as well. Pink ponies never were the best. So, where are you going to find me some more ponies for customising? That's what I'd like to know. Well, you know, Eleanor, that once a pony has been made into a plastic pony on Earth. Yes, I know. They can only be used with the right type of black paint. I realise that. Not the paint that I normally use. So those daft ones that Mary is always trying to capture, they wouldn't be much good to me. But what I would like to know is, where are you going to find me some ponies who have not been made into plastic models on Earth? Well, there are still a few, said the black pony, looking at Eleanor. There are still a few in Paradise Land, but I believe that one of those ponies is in there. That pony who was looking at us suspiciously. that little blue pony standing next to the yellow Pegasus. Oh, well, he is horrible. Now, I would like to get my hands on that one. If only Mary hadn't captured it. I'd find it myself, but how, I don't know. I'd get you to catch him, obviously. But, well, is there any others? Are there any other ponies that you could get in Paradise Land? Answer me, Black Pony of Lightning. There are 2 other little ponies who were never made into plastic models in Paradise Land, the same age as that one. Would you like me to capture those 2? Yes. If you can find the other 2. What colours are they? Blue and peach. I'm not sure that the blue one is pale enough. Oh, it is. If I use black paint, which is all I ever use. You're quite correct there, Eleanor. You're quite correct. But there's another place that I could get you lots of ponies for customizing. And that place is Ponyville. Oh yes, Ponyville. That is a perfect place. In fact, said the Black Pony of Lightning, I know of one pony who it would be easy to catch, and she is pale orange, just perfect for customizing. Her name is Fruity Tooty. And then they both began to walk away, discussing their evil plans. But they could still hear them as they walked away. So I say we go straight to Ponyville. If we go to Ponyville, then obviously we'll be somewhere that we can get just the perfect ponies for customizing. And then they went out of hearing distance.
Did you understand any of that?
Said Truly, walking over to Lancer and Lofty.
No, I certainly didn't,
said Lofty. Neither did I. But something to do with black paint. I don't quite get all this business about... What was the word, Lofty?
I can't remember. It started with C, didn't it? Perhaps Desiree will know.
Desiree heard her name mentioned and walked over. What did you say, Truly?
I wondered if you knew what those 2 were just talking about.
Who? Said Desiree.
The Black Pony of Lightning and Eleanor Glastonbury.
I never even saw them. I was looking for a way out. I'm sorry.
Never mind. We're bound to catch them again, but...
Wait a minute, said Desiree. The door is open. We can get out through there. But then they saw the Black Pony of Darkness standing just outside, glaring at them with his red eyes. He walked past, and they realized he was standing guard on the corner of the prison. They could also hear another black pony on the other facing corner. So how could they get out of the open door? I think that the open door, though, is the way that we should get out, said Desiree. And just then, David Alder walked in. He explained that he had come up the rainbow looking for Jackie and Desiree Alder, but he'd walked into the trap as well. And when they explained to him, he was very shocked. He explained that he wanted to talk to Desiree and told her that the ponies that she had ordered off of the lady in Wales, who I told you about at the start of this tape, when she was thinking about these ponies while she put some soil in a bucket, had emailed him and told him that 2 of the ponies were no longer available, Baby Firefly and Happy Hugs. She had asked him to choose other stuff off of her list, and so he had chosen a Flatfoot Cotton Candy, a So Soft Fifi, a purple pony charm, 2 red Wellington boots for My Little Ponies, and a saddle blanket from the costume Parade Pizzazz. He was asking if it was the right decision. Desiree told him that it was, and then explained to the ponies. "What if I can't get down the rainbow?" Desiree said. "If I don't get out of here?" He says that the lady has posted the rest of the ponies to me. They will arrive and no one will be in the house to answer the call. Sparkle and Splodge had come up with David Alder and also walked into the same trap, so they didn't have to worry about getting down the rainbow to look after them. So really, you need to be back down the rainbow in case the doorbell rings.
Yes, that appears to be Desiree's problem. We can stay in here for a long time, until we're so desperate for food that we have to get out, but Desiree must get out before us. "But I think," said Desiree, "that we could all get out. We could go out through the door." "Perhaps you're right," said Truly. "Yes, I think you could be right. But there's those 2 black ponies. How do you think we're going to get out?" "I'm not sure about that yet," said Lofty. "But there must be a way." "I don't think that the door's the right decision." "Neither do I,"
said Kiwi Tart.
"In fact, I think it's exactly the wrong decision. I must get back to Shellbell, but I don't know how to. But I think that the door is the wrong way. But I must get back to Butterfly Island and see my friends. I want to see all my friends again. Fizzy Pop and Sea Shimmer and Island Rainbow."
"Island Rainbow?" said Desiree. "She was missing when we went to Butterfly Island, I'm sure." "No, actually, I don't believe that I was," said Island Rainbow, walking over to them. "I think that I was still in Ponyville at that time, but I'm not anymore. I'm standing here."
and Rainbow. I hadn't seen you before,
said Kiwi Tart.
How long have you been in here? Do you have any news about Shellbell?
When I last saw Shellbell, she was just looking for you. Running round and round, calling out for Kiwi Tart.
I must get back to Butterfly Island, but the door is not the right way.
I think it is, said Desiree. But then they saw a problem. The black pony came to the door. He laughed. You won't get out by using the door, because this door won't be here anymore. And the door started to disappear from the top of the building. The door will be blocked completely in 5 minutes, said the black pony. So, if you want to get out, you'll have to all be out in 5 minutes, and I shall be guarding the entrance. But if you block us in, how are you going to get into us? I don't need to get into the dungeon with you. I have plenty of other dungeons. And Mary has just agreed with me that you lot are no use for what we want. You are the rejects. We will fill another dungeon with suitable ponies.
Well, if you won't let us out, at least let the humans and the guinea pigs out. At least let Twinkle and Dodge out.
At least let Desiree out. I don't care if we're stuck in here, but let them out, please. Do you realize that almost a minute is gone? You only have 4 minutes left now. The time was ticking away. And the black pony guarded the door.
But please let the humans and the guinea pigs out. Just let Twinkle out. How about me? How about me?
Said Dodge, running over to his owner. Let him out. Let them out.
Let them out. If you don't want the ponies, at least let the humans and the guinea pigs out. This is ridiculous. And if you don't want us, why aren't you letting us out anyway?
The pony just laughed again. We must get out using that door. Look, he stepped back a little way. We could run out of the door.
There's too many of us,
said Pinkie Pie.
We'd never get out.
But at least a few of us might. You could go first, Pinkie Pie. We'll go last. A few of us might get out, which is better than none of us.
I don't think the door is the right way,
said Kiwi Tart. Oh, and I'd better inform you. I'm being kind to you. The door will not close until 10 minutes have passed. But then, since I was kind enough to give you more time, in 10 minutes' time, the whole of the prison will blow up with you inside. And you only have 6.5 minutes left. We must use the door, said Desiree. It's our only way. It won't work. We won't get out. He's right. And he's determined to keep us in here.
And the whole place is going to blow up. I'll never see another piece of cucumber again. And I'll never see any celery again. And I'll never see the pony rescue home again. Neither will I. Oh, that is terrible. And I'll never eat another slice of Dodgy's lovely cucumber cake. He has got to let us out,
said Twinkle. We can't use the door, said Pinkie Pie. Well, perhaps we can. Well, we've only got 4.5 minutes left now. We'd better start hunting, otherwise we won't get out. All of the little ponies from Dream Castle stamped their hooves. And just think, said Majesty, if you had listened to me, you would have been safely back at home now, she said, talking to Truly, Lancelofty, Desiree, Sparkle, Splodge, Twinkle and Dodge. And David all there. Because it turned out she tried to warn him as well. At least then it would only be us. 3 minutes and 50 seconds, said Desiree. We must use the door. It won't work, Desiree. It's no good.
Don't give up. I'm in here, remember?
Said Dodge, looking up at his owner. His owner reached down and nudged the little guinea pig with his nose. Come on, said Desiree. We can get out. There may only be 3 minutes and 10 seconds left now, but we can. And so she began to sing a song to try to convince the ponies to use the only escape route, the door. If we don't get out now, we will not get out later, no matter how much we try.
The beep is nearing, the dust disappearing. This whole castle is just one big lie.
If we run for it now, we won't be able to later. Those not killed in the explosion will be weak. But if we get past the black ponies the first, oh, why can't we find the escape route we seek? But if we can't get out now, we won't be able to later. We may as well take a chance. She may be right, you know. We don't run that slow. It could be the only way, Lance.
Maybe you're right.
But I just don't know.
You hear, Truly and Starlight? We won't be too slow.
If we run for it now, I think we will get past him.
I don't think we'll be too slow.
Are you really sure? Just get over to that door. Okay.
I say.
Let's go. There are just 50 seconds left, Desiree said, watching the clock on the wall as the seconds ticked by. The black pony won't be expecting us to charge, so we'll just make a run for it. And so all the ponies ran at once. The noise of their hooves on the floor made a loud clattering noise. But the black pony was not expecting them. And so he just stood aside and watched in amazement as they all came charging through. And then they charged straight out of the front of the castle and back down the mountains in Lofty's hot air balloon. They were halfway down the mountain by the time they heard the bang. They turned round and saw smoke pouring from the castle. The castle was on fire. All of the black ponies and their helpers were standing outside the castle. Luckily, nobody was hurt in the fire. But that was a very lucky thing indeed, because if they hadn't got out of that castle and had spent one more minute in there, they would have all been doomed. And the black pony would have got what he wanted. But for now, he hadn't. Desiree went safely back down the rainbow with her parents and her 2 guinea pigs, Sparkle and Splodge. She slept well that night, after not having any sleep in the dungeon. She decided that tomorrow she would go and see how the ponies were. She hoped that the black pony, after his castle had been blown up, would not come back again. Surely he would be too scared to, wouldn't he? Well, they could only hope. And so Desiree went to sleep and hoped that tomorrow would be a better day. In fact, the 3 humans didn't go back up to Ponyland until Sunday night. Quite late on Sunday night. But luckily the ponies were staying up late having a party, and so it didn't bother them. They were having a party celebrating the fact that they'd escaped the black pony once again in Dream Castle. All of the ponies were enjoying themselves greatly, and loud music played in the background. And I take it you were back in time to receive the parcel? Truly said, looking at Desiree. Well, actually, the parcel didn't arrive yesterday as I expected it to, said Desiree. I'm rather worried where it's gone. I hope that the ponies are safe. Oh, I'm sure they are, said Lofty. I'm sure that they'll come sometime, very soon, I expect. They'll probably come tomorrow. But was Lancer right? Well, listen carefully, and you just might find out. The ponies came down the rainbow the next day, certain that Desiree would have received the parcel and would tell them what all the fuss was about. They wanted to see the ponies that she was so worried would be lost in the post. They quickly came to her back door and banged loudly on the glass. Desiree came to the door and let them in.
So, can we see him?
Said Dodge, looking at her. See who? Said Desiree. See what? What are you talking about?
Dodge, you must be polite. Desiree, please, can we see the My Little Ponies that you were waiting for? The ones that you were waiting to come through the door. Dodgy's owner thought they'd come today, and we really want to see them, and, we'd love to know what they look like, and see them. And do any of them come with free samples of celery?
I very much doubt that they come with sticks of celery, said Desiree, although I can't say for sure, because they didn't arrive today either. The ponies looked at her. I don't know what's happened to them, she said. It's only been 4 days since her email, and she did say allow 10 days for them to arrive, so I can't worry until next Sunday. But she said that she wasn't going to wait for us to place the new order, which means she'll have to pay extra postage. So you would have thought that she'd send them days before our check arrived. Otherwise, there's not much point not saving them until we've placed the next order.
You're right. But then most humans don't make much sense, do they?
Said Truly.
I wouldn't worry about it,
said Pinkie Pie.
I'm quite certain they'll come tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday, after all. Tuesday, the 18th of January. Tuesday, the 18th of January. What day is Sunday?
20th, 21st, 22nd. Must be the 23rd, said Desiree.
Well, there you are then. That means there'll only be 5 days left to go. And since there's no delivery on Sunday, I take it it'll have to arrive by Saturday. So by Monday you'll know if it's coming or not. And so you can contact her.
Yes, but Monday's a week away. So I've got to wait all that time, said Desiree, before I know if they are lost.
Oh, I'm sure they're not lost,
said Lofty. But I do worry, said Desiree. The order includes the plastic version of your baby, Baby Lofty. Lofty looked at her.
Well, don't worry about it,
said Pinkie Pie.
No, don't worry about it, Desiree. I'm sure they'll arrive tomorrow, on Tuesday the 18th.
When else are they likely to arrive? Said Truly. I don't know, said Desiree. But I'm starting to wonder if they'll arrive at all. But would they come tomorrow? On Tuesday, the 18th of January? Listen carefully, and, as yesterday, you just might find out the answer to that question. But the parcel did not come the next day. Desiree went back up the rainbow to tell the 4 ponies and the 2 guinea pigs that it had not arrived because, well, they had been desperate to see the contents of that parcel and she didn't want them too disappointed when she told them it hadn't arrived.
is we still don't know if it will come with any celery or cucumber. Celery is definitely what I'm waiting for,
said Twinkle. But I don't think it would come with celery or cucumber, said Desiree.
Then what's the point of ordering it?
Said Dodge.
Obviously, they've got to get some celery or cucumber, or there would be no point ordering it. Would there?
No, Dodge. We ordered it because I want the ponies, not because we want celery or cucumber to go with them.
Oh, in that case, I'm not very interested.
But I am, said Truly, looking at her. So, Desiree, when do you think the parcel will arrive? I'm wondering now, said Desiree, if we really did waste all our money, perhaps it really won't come.
Oh, don't give up,
said Lofty.
I'm sure it'll come tomorrow, Wednesday the 19th. Yes,
added Pinkie Pie.
It will be Wednesday the 19th. And in Ponyville, Wednesday is a lucky day. The middle of the week. It's considered a very lucky day. So perhaps it will arrive tomorrow. 19 has always been my favorite number,
said Lofty.
I wouldn't mind betting, Desiree. It will come tomorrow.
But once again I must ask a depressing question. Was Lofty right? Well, listen carefully, and perhaps, just perhaps, you will find out that Wednesday was a lucky day. Otherwise, well, Desiree might just have to travel back up the rainbow tomorrow and tell the ponies the parcel hadn't arrived once again. So, all of you, listen carefully now. Listen carefully to find out if the parcel arrived on Wednesday the 19th of January 2005 or not. You're getting quite near to the end of side A of the first tape in the My Little Pony mystery series, The Evil Laugh Returns, tape 2, and so you will have to turn over to side B of My Little Pony mystery series number 1, The Evil Laugh Returns, at tape 2, if you want to find out if the parcel arrived on Wednesday the 19th of January or not.